So welcome to Yoga Enrichment. It's great that you can come along. So some people are watching this at a later time, that's absolutely fine. My name's Catherine, I teach music here at college, but I'm also a yoga teacher. Just before we start, just to let you know what yoga is, if you didn't know about it already, it's an exercise, it's dating back centuries and centuries, that unites the body and the mind and the breath. So those are kind of the three parts. It's not a competitive sport. It's definitely something that you need to just work on at your own pace and feel your own abilities. Everybody's different shapes and sizes and flexibility. So please don't stretch anything that makes it feel uncomfortable. So make sure you're, never overdoing it. If something's too tricky or not feeling right, please stop, go back to the previous exercise, and then kind of, you can catch up with us a little bit later. So we're going to start in a seated position like this. You can sit cross-legged or kneeling or up on a cushion or a towel or something. Just getting to feel what the breath like and how you feel in your body today. So often we'll start with some breathing. If you want to close your eyes or just gaze at a point on the floor gently ahead of you. Making sure your shoulders are above your hips. And you're just going to start taking some deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth first of all. Let go of the breath. And then continue to breathe in and out through your nose. The aim is that the in-breath is the same length as the out-breath. So you're feeling the body fill up with air, your abdomen. And then relaxing as you breathe out through your nose. Slow, long, steady breaths at a pace that feels comfortable for you. And just think about letting go of the day, anything that's happened so far. You're relaxing your shoulders, relax your jaw, but still sit up nice and tall so that the breath can flow gently in to fill you up and then gently out as you breathe out. We're next going to use a breath to just stretch the neck. So as you breathe in, look up and stretch the front of the throat, and then breathe out. Stretch the back of the neck. Just go gently once more, inhaling and exhaling. And this time you're going to put your hands on your knees. As you inhale, you're looking up, but you're arching your back, so your chest comes forward. And then exhaling, your chin goes towards your chest and you round the back the opposite direction. So inhale, lift the gaze, lift the chest, flex your back. And then exhale, lower the gaze, arch your back. So this is called seated cat-cow. One more time, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale. Looking back down. Next, come back to the center. And we're just going to do a longer stretch for the side of the neck. So we're going to bring our right ear to right shoulder. Our left hand goes out to the side. And you feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. You can bring your right hand gently to rest on the top of your head to maybe lengthen and use the weight of the right arm. Keep the breath steady, flowing in and out. And then on an inhale, come up to the middle, and we'll just do the same on the other side. Right hand out to the side, left ear towards left shoulder, with the left hand gently resting on the head. Optional, using the weight of the body to make the stretch a little more deep in the right side of your neck. And then on the next inhale, come back up to the middle. We've just done neck, shoulders, a bit of spine. We're going to next come up onto tabletop position. So this is hands and knees. I'll go this way. So your wrists are under your shoulders, and then your knees are under your hips. And you're spreading your fingertips wide and making a good connection with your tops of your feet flat to the floor or the mat beneath you. Press up through the arms, and then you're going to step the right leg back and just sort of coming forward and backward, stretching into the right calf. And then you're next going to bring your right leg up to parallel to the floor. So we're going to aim towards something called tiger pose gradually. Your left arm comes out straight, your bicep by your ear. Your right toes are pointing down, and you're aiming for this long spine from the tips of your left fingers right to your right toes. Inhale, stretch and lengthen, and then exhale, bring your elbow towards your knee to crunch in the middle. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to contract it in. One more time, lengthen, and then exhale, contract. Elbow to knee. Last time, inhale, lengthen, and then place that hand and foot, knee back to the floor, back into tabletop. We're going to repeat the same move on the other side. So left toes go back on the floor, and you're just going to rock back and forth, stretching in the left calf muscle. And then we're going to raise the left heel, so the left leg's nice and parallel with the floor. Left hip stays low. And then inhaling, your right arm comes up, bicep by the ear, and imagine you're making a really long straight line. Your spine, your neck, shoulders, everything in line. And then inhale, stretch and lengthen. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to contract. Use your core muscles. One more time, inhale and contract. Really bring everything into the middle. And lastly, back to straight before we exhale and replace everything back into tabletop. We're next going to go to tiger. So that was a warm up for tiger pose. Tiger pose, we're going to go to that straight position straight away. Right arm forward, and then we're going to bend the right knee and aim to reach back with our right arm, towards your left foot. So we're just bringing an arch in the back and a little bit of a balance. Think strong in your supporting knee and arm. Breathe deeply into your abdomen, and then breathe out, replace. And we'll try the same on the other side. This is our last pose on the knees, so it is quite strong. Left leg straight back as the right arm goes forward, and then bend the left knee, reach the right arm around and back to hold the left foot, heel, even your trouser leg, toe, hopefully something to grab. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Stretch and arch. You might find you're wobbling a little bit. It's strong in the muscles of the supporting arm and leg. And then exhaling, coming back down. Brilliant. We're next going to walk our hands forward and then tuck our toes under to come up into a plank position. So plank is a strong pose using all of the muscles of the body. You are aiming for, again, a very flat, straight back. We're not bringing our hips too close to the floor or lifting them up too much. The heels spiking back. And if you're running out of breath and your arms feeling quite achy or shaky, smile, breathe. You can put your knees on the floor if you'd like instead. And then on an exhale, we're going to lift our hips and on our feet a little bit more in this pose called downward facing dog. So in this position, you're pressing into your arms, fingertips spread wide, shoulder width apart. We're just flexing through each knee and moving our downward facing dog. So this is an inversion. Our head is lower than our heart, and it's good to send blood in a different direction. It's quite strong in our legs, so keep flexing the knees, bending one leg at a time, or if you want to, you can try and straighten the legs, bring the torso towards the mat. 2 seconds longer. Well done, you're doing great. And then on an inhale, you're going to sweep the right leg up. This is called three-legged dog. And we're going to bend the knee, bring it forward and through like the crunch we did before, but then step that foot onto the mat. Now you might find you want to bring that foot gradually to the front. The left knee is going to come to the floor. And this pose is called low lunge. So the legs are on an imaginary train track lines, not on a tightrope, slightly apart from each other. And we're able to bring a stretch into the left hip. The right knee is over the right ankle, so you might just want to adjust your footing, adjust your hands, fingertips or palms to the floor. We're going to try and look up as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to bring your right hip down towards the floor and straighten your right leg. Breathing in, back up to low lunge. Breathing out, this is called half splits. Straighten the right leg. In, low lunge again. And breathing out, right hip goes back, straighten the right leg. Maybe bend over that right knee. Excellent. Inhale comes back to low lunge. We are just going to stay on this side. Lift the left knee. Think about those tram lines. And then hopefully, gradually, we're going to come up to high lunge. So high lunge is the same with our lower legs. It's quite strong. Our right knee over the right ankle. You can keep your hands on your waist if that feels easier. We're focusing on a spot, trying not to wobble too much. The hips both face forward. There's a soft bend in the back leg, and we sweep the arms up. A nice straight line. This is high lunge. Stay focused and breathe. Well done. Keep breathing. Smooth, slow, deep breaths, even though your muscles are perhaps working quite hard. And then we're going to exhale. You're going to place your left foot flat, so the left heel on the floor. And our arms are coming out to a parallel position. This is called warrior two. The left leg is nice and straight. There's a bend in the right knee, so the right hip is tending towards being over the right ankle. And you might want to adjust your position of your legs so that it feels comfortable for you. So this is a classic yoga pose called warrior two. And in this pose, there's lots going on. We're trying to keep the shoulders over the hips. The gaze looks out over the right hand. Palms face down to the floor, parallel, and bring the little fingers back. Strong in the legs. We're next on an inhale, going to bring the right arm up and over, and the left hand goes down towards the leg. So this is called reverse warrior. As you breathe in here, it should fill up the right side of your abdomen. And next, we're going to bring the right elbow to right knee as we bring the left arm into a straight line. So this is called extended angle. Nice straight lines and posture are very important in yoga. So from the right fingertips all the way down to the left toes, your right thigh should be talking to you. This is quite a strong stretch. And we're then going to just flow. This is called dancing warrior. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhale, extended. So you can go as far as you like. This is called dancing warrior. Inhaling with the right arm up. Exhaling with the left arm up. One more time. Inhaling right arm. Exhaling the left arm. And this time go all the way down. Pivot on your back foot. Place the palms. Step that right leg back. Downward facing dog where we were. So this kind of hips raised high. This is a challenging pose in itself, but you should be able to feel a difference between your right leg and your left leg, as the right leg has been supporting your weight and stretching a lot more. We're doing really well. This is quite strong stuff. So next, on an inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog on the left. And then exhale, bend the knee, come through that crunch position to bring your left foot directly under your left knee. Place the right knee to the mat, the right top of the foot to the mat. And we're just going to have a stretch in this low lunge. If you'd like to, you can put your hands on the left knee. You're taking nice, slow, deep breaths. And you're feeling a stretch in your right hip and maybe your left hamstrings and glutes. Some yoga postures are held and some of them are moving with the breath. So this is a holding pose, using gravity to lengthen and stretch. And then we are going to move into our position and flow with our half split. So inhale, maybe look up, and then exhale, left hip comes down, our palms come to the floor, and we straighten the left leg. Inhale, bend the left knee into this low lunge. Exhale, half splits, straighten the left leg, sit back slightly. One more time, inhaling low lunge. And then exhaling, half splits, bringing the torso over the left leg. Inhale, really roll through your left foot. Tuck your right toes and lift your right knee. And we're going to come up next to our high lunge. So think your hips are on tram or train tracks, not on a tight rope. You might want to adjust your stance, your left knee over your left ankle, your shoulders over your hips. And then on an inhale, lengthen the arms up to the sky and breathe in this pose. Strong in the legs, strong focus, maybe gaze at a spot on the floor in front of you as you hold high lunge. And then we're going to do our warrior pose, warrior 2. So exhale, right heel goes towards the floor. I am facing away from you, but you should still be able to hear. So you use my voice to guide you. Your right foot, the side of the foot's parallel to the back of the mat. Your left knee is over your left ankle. Your arms are long, parallel to the floor with the shoulders over the hips. And then the last thing is to gaze out over your left hand. Bring the fingertips back, open the chest, keep breathing. This doesn't look like you're doing very much, but it's very beneficial for all of your body. Then we'll do the dancing warrior. So inhaling, left arm up, right arm comes down, reverse warrior. Inhale, right arm over the top, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Really flow with your breath. Exhale, right arm up and over. One last dancing warrior. Inhaling. Stay strong in the legs. And then exhaling, almost like a cartwheel with the arms all the way down. Pivot on your back foot. And this time, you're going to bring your right foot up to meet your left. I'm going to turn, but you stay exactly where you are. So this is another traditional yoga pose called standing forward fold utkatasana. In this position, you can bend your knee. Again, sorry, my voice sounds strange upside down. So you're really thinking about relaxing the top half of your body. You can hold your elbows or dangle your arms, dangle your neck. You might just want to nod yes and shake your head no. We're really sending blood to the brain, your head lower than your heart. We're still trying to breathe in nice and deeply so that the back of your body expands as you inhale and contracts as you exhale. And then on the next inhale, we're going to come up slowly, bend the knees and gradually uncurl, almost like your spine is kind of unfurling, rolling up to center. And it should feel really lovely. It is a big change to go from your head so low to up so high. So take your time. Take some deep breaths when you get up to the top. And just check your posture again. It should feel quite nice. We've stretched quite a lot in the legs and the arms and the spine. The next pose we're going to do, all yoga practices tend to have a balance in them. So in fact, before we go to that balance, we just need to talk about this position we're in now, just standing. This is called mountain pose. Your heels are under your knees, that they're under your hips, that are under your shoulders. So you're really feeling this perfectly balanced, exactly in the feet. You're not too far forward on your feet, too far back, just exactly where you feel, completely central. The palms face forward, and then you imagine your head lifting up, rotating towards the back. Your shoulder blades go down. You lift the sternum and breathe, feeling quite kind of strong in this pose. So we're going to take that feeling of strength into a standing balance. This posture we're going to do next is called tree. So we're going to put all of the weight onto your left leg. So keep that strong, structural stacking up of the joints. Bring your right sole of your foot to your left calf. You can keep your toes on the floor. The right knee goes out towards the right hand side. And then you either bring your calf, your sole to the calf or to the floor, or you can grab hold of your foot or leg and stamp your right foot into your thigh. Hands can stay on the hips like so, or you can bring the hands to the heart. Strong balance, so you might find you might be a little bit shaky. Focus a spot on the floor or on the wall in front of you and gently try and stay steady and focused. If you feel comfortable here, we're going to hold a little bit more. On an in-breath, you can sweep the arms up and hold a tree pose. So the shoulder blades go down, the crown of the head stays pointing up, but the arms are just stretching out like branches of a tree. Everybody's tree will look different. If you fall out or wobble, Try and focus on the standing leg and have another go. Keep breathing. And then as you breathe out, arms come down, foot comes down. And again, just shake out each leg. You might just have a comparison between your left side and your right side before we try tree on the opposite leg. So all of the weight onto the right foot, making this really strong leg, almost like a tree trunk. We're then going to bring our left knee out to the side with the toes on the ground. That's a balance in itself. Or you might want to bring the sole of the foot to the shin or outside of the calf. Or use your hand to bring the sole of the foot up towards the thigh. You might find one side is more wobbly than the other. Again, keep that focus. Look at the spot. Keep breathing smooth, slow breaths in and out. And then if you feel comfortable, float the arms up on an inhale. Of the tree. Think the shoulders are going down. Relax your jaw. Smile. Try and stay steady. And then on an exhale, arms come down. Left foot comes down. Shake out both legs. Shake out both arms. If you managed it, well done. Fantastic. Okay, our next pose is another little balance, but it's on the toes. We're going to do something called cosmic egg. So you'll bring the big toes together, but there's a slight gap between your heels. And you're just going to bend your knees, sit down almost on your heels. So this is a strong pose for your toes and your feet. We use our feet to walk around and stand up all day. You can bring the palms of the hands, the fingertips to the floor if you like, or you can bring the palms to the heart in this toe balancing pose. And then the third option, the hardest one perhaps, is to wrap your elbows around your knees and balance here. Maybe bring your chin towards your chest. And this is why it's called a cosmic egg, because you can make a tiny little ball and give yourselves a little hug whilst your toes are crying. Okay, and then place the palms, fingertips on the floor. And we're going to come to sit down at the back of your mat. I'm just worried that you can't quite see my mat, so I'm just going to bring everything slightly lower, hopefully. And we're just going to coming towards the last two sections of the practice now. So we're going to do some seated poses. The first one we're going to do, we're going to bring the right leg out straight in front of us and the left leg bent. So we're just making a kind of number 4 shape with our legs. We're going to breathe in and lengthen, shoulders over hips, and then breathe out, gently fold forward. So this is just called seated fold. Slight variation with the leg position. The hands can come towards the right shin or ankle. And we're trying to think long through the crown of the head as we stretch the back of the right leg. Breathe. Send oxygen to any muscles that are going. Ah. And then slowly come up. Bring your torso back up to vertical. We're next going to put our left hand on the floor behind you, so behind your left hip. And then you're going to put your left knee on the floor and lift your right hip up. So this position is called baby wild thing. Bringing in a lovely stretch into the whole body. Press into the left hand. And you exhale, sit back down, sweep the right arm towards the right toes. Inhale, come up and stretch. Exhale, sweep the arms forwards and round. One last time. Lift the hips up, stretch and lengthen. And then exhale, sit back down. Brilliant. Next, going to bring the left knee vertical. So our left foot is flat on the floor next to the right leg. And then we're going to hug our left knee with the right arm, and the left hand comes back on the floor behind you. So this is a seated twist. As you inhale, you think again long and tall through the spine. And as you exhale, you twist to look over your left shoulder. Stay here, breathe in deeply, sit up tall. Breathe out, exhale, and look further over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to the middle, looking dead ahead of you. And then exhale, push that left heel away. Both feet, both legs flat on the floor. If you'd like to at this point, you can place both hands behind you and just kind of either move your legs side to side or lift your hips up. Again, getting ourselves back central before we do a twist and the stretches on the other side. So the first one, and I'm going to turn around so that you can see, but you stay where you are. So your left leg goes out straight. Think both hips and shoulders face forward, stacked as the right sole of the foot somewhere inside your left leg, finding a spot that's comfortable for you. We inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, fold forward. So this could just be a small move. Everybody has different sort of hamstring capabilities. Your hands can be on your knee, shin, ankle, foot. And whilst you're in the seated forward fold, breathe. Send oxygen to the back of your left leg. Try to relax the shoulders. And then on an inhale, slowly come back up. We're going to place our right palm or fingertips behind you. Palm is easier actually. Palm behind the right hip. Knee presses into the floor, and then we lift the left hip and sweep the left arm round. So this is similar to the pose we did earlier, but standing. Nice long straight line from fingertips to toes. And then we're going to move with it. So inhale, stretch. Exhale, sit with the left hip down, left arm towards left toes. Inhaling, stretch and lift. Exhale, sit back down, sweep the arm. One last stretch in. And then exhale, forward and let go. The last seated pose we're going to do is a twist. So we're going to sit back facing forward, right knee up in front of you, sole of the right foot somewhere inside your left leg. Maybe just get up on your sitting bones, sit nice and tall, and then bring your left elbow around your right knee. This might not be possible. You can just hold your left knee, open the right shoulder, and look back behind you. As you inhale, try and think up long through the spine. And as you exhale, twist and look over the shoulder. And then inhale, come forward. Bring the body back to the front. And then exhale, replace that right leg. And as we did before, you can just put your palms just behind you somewhere and shake out both legs. Should hopefully feel a little bit more even on both sides of the body. We're just going to come down for the last few poses in a supine reclined position. So come down flat on your back. I hope you can still see me. What I might quickly do is move slightly this way so that you can see me. Okay, we're going to do a pose called bridge. So the soles of the feet are flat to the floor with the heels quite close to your hips. Your arms are quite close alongside your body with your palms face down. You're going to breathe out to prepare, and then as you breathe in, you're just going to stand into your feet so that your hips lift up. We're going to stay in this, so you're using your arms to press into the floor. Your hips are lifting. Your chin is moving. In fact, your chest is moving towards your chin. Both legs are pointing directly forwards, okay, with the inner thighs pulling in towards each other. Inhale, you might lift a little bit higher, and then exhale, relax the vertebra by vertebra, replace that back of your body down to the floor. And then we will move a couple of times, so just take a breath in between. We'll do a moving bridge, so inhaling, press into the feet, lift the hips, stretch. Exhale, gradually float the hips back down, the lower spine coming back to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, relax. Final move today, inhaling, lift. Exhale, lower. After that back bend, we will just bring the knees in towards the chest. And in this position, you can just rock gently side to side. A nice move here, actually, instead is to just kick both legs up and imagine the blood rushing a different direction. So think the arms might go out slightly further away with the palms up. And your legs are kind of like weightless. This is quite strong in the abs and core to hold your legs up. So if you want to bring your knees to here, and again, just kind of feel slightly more weightless in your legs. It's quite nice. And then bring the knees in. We're just going to give ourselves a hug. So any held way, bring your elbows around your knees. Your forehead can come towards your knees if that's comfortable for you. Giving yourself a hug, thanking yourself for having a good stretch, doing some good exercise today. And then we're going to place the soles of the feet to the floor and then just windshield wiper your knees side as your toes gradually move. So your feet are moving along way down the mat as you're just rocking your feet side to side until your legs are long. Your feet might just fall apart slightly. Your arms are going to flex to the sides. And we're pitch dark because I've not moved. That's hilarious. I might just stay here. Or go quickly switch some lights on. Stay breathing. Please, can you focus back on the beginning? I'm really sorry. They've switched the lights off and there's nobody around to switch back on. I will finish with a relaxation, and if you are still listening, I can't see a light switch in this massive, massive gym. You might be able to see me slightly, but you're lying flat. You're feeling the weight of your body on the floor beneath you, supporting you. Your ankles feel relaxed, your knees, all of the muscles of your legs which you've stretched. Both of your legs feel heavy and relaxed on the floor. And that feeling carries on up through the spine, relaxing each part, every muscle, every tendon. The back of your body feels heavy, but the front of your torso just gently rises and falls as you breathe in and you breathe out. Both arms feel heavy. So the palms, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders are all relaxed, and your whole body is feeling the benefits of what you've just done, the postures and the movements. Gradually take some slightly deeper breaths and use those to send some energy to your fingers and toes. So gently wiggle some toes, wiggle your fingers. And then you're going to bring your knees back in towards your chest. Roll over onto the side so you can slowly, gradually come back up to sitting, as we started our practice. But in the dark, not the light. It is very strange. Hopefully you might be able to see the beautiful picture and music on an iPad screen in front of me. Thank you for joining me for practice today. I hope that you enjoyed it. It'd be great to have some comments. So if you wanted to email me directly, that would be great. Or comment on the video underneath. Thank you for practicing with me today. As you go through the rest of your day, be kind and mindful how you think, how you speak, how you feel, and how you act. It's been fantastic that you could join us. Have a great rest of the day.